Hello, good morning or good evening. It depends on what time zone you live. I live in Europe, so for me it's just a middle of the day. Well, there was a question about pound with yen, so I think that it will be easier for me to explain my approach to this pair in a small movie than writing all those charts and explaining on and writing. So shortly, first thing is that my idea of going short on this pair depends on what's gonna happen here on the weekly chart. We see that we have a bearish engulfing pattern here. So maybe I'll make it closer so you can see it. This bearish engulfing pattern is still intact. Market didn't break out from the pattern. It's still inside. So as you see, there are many efforts trying to break out, but the end of the week is ending in this range. But as long as they don't break the top of this bearish engulfing candle, I am rather bearish on this pair. All those higher wicks, all those higher shadows shows us that market is slightly exhausted. Any price higher is beaten down, is pulled down. This is what I see on weekly chart. And there are two interesting levels which we must remember about. This is the level of support and resistance. We have two of them here. One is this one. You see it very correctly marked by as a resistance, then as a support. And the second one is here also a resistance, support, resistance. So those two levels I marked as could be interesting in future. Okay, this is what I see on weekly chart. When we go to 4-hour chart, by the way, on the weekly chart, as you see, we have also an interesting situation on the MACD. MACD is breaking down. I use MACD as a filter for my trades. If MACD is bearish, I am not trying to be bullish. When we go to 4-hour chart, which I was showing you not long ago, on the 4-hour chart, things look like this. We have a slight divergence, bullish divergence, so it's spoiling a bit my idea of going short. But what we must remember, this supply zone could be a kind of a buffer. It could be kind of a brick wall which will not let the price go higher like it happened here. As you see, the supply zones on 4-hour chart are respected perfectly. This is an indicator which is drawing the supply zones and demand zones, so I don't even try to find out why it happened so, but definitely this supply zone was created properly. So as well, this supply zone could be also working this way like we saw last time. This is what I see on 4-hour chart. And now when we go to a lower time frame, for an example 30 minutes, we can see here that market yesterday broke out from a channel, or let's call it a bearish flag. We can draw it like this. Look at that. It's so nicely correctly marked with this support of this channel. Yeah, I call it a channel because when we go up with this support, it becomes a nice resistance here on the top. The problem is that at the moment it's not clear enough for me. Is it the moment to go short or maybe wait a bit? This supply zone again stopped the price. So if you like risk, maybe it's a good moment to go short, but remember your stop loss must be over the supply zone. If they break the supply zone, they will quickly go to the next supply zone. So moving your stop loss makes no sense. It's better to just get stopped out and prepare for another short around this zone. The target will be always this demand zone. So if you open now a short, you have the target about 100 pips and your stop loss would be around 35 pips. So this is my idea, is that it's better maybe wait and see. If the price would close below this, form a support, now a resistance. It was a resistance, now again it's a support. If they close below, and this green line is showing me a level when MACD would go bearish, and this level is at the moment 83.70, 183.70. So if price would fall below, it's only 5 pips lower, MACD will turn back to red, to bearish, and this would be a chance for declines. Generally, I am bearish on this pair, but I am not sure if this is the moment to enter, or maybe it's better to wait for them to short it from here. And that's all. Thank you guys. I hope that my explanation was okay.